Have you ever wondered if the biggest answers we're looking for aren't out there in the universe, but, well, somewhere deep inside of us? That's exactly what we're diving into today with Ananda Vacanamrtam. Think of it as a guide for an expedition, not to some faraway place, but to the very core of who you are. Right from the start, this text doesn't shout from the mountaintops. Nope, it leans in with a whisper, something really intimate that points right back at you. It's like the first clue in a profound mystery. So what on earth does it mean? It means that the ultimate truth, your real purpose, isn't something you find in a special building or an ancient book. It's hidden in the deepest, most secret part of your own consciousness, that personal, undeniable feeling of I. The whole journey isn't out there at all. It's right in here. Okay, so if the big secret is tucked away inside us, then the first question we have to ask is, who are we? Like, really? Let's unpack this incredible relationship between our little individual self and the huge cosmic consciousness that we're all a part of. The central idea here is something called Parama Purus, which is the supreme consciousness. Imagine the ultimate observer, the one single subject who is aware of everything, the entire universe. You, me, the stars, our thoughts. All of it exists as an object inside this one vast, singular mind. So how do we fit into that? Well, the text gives us this beautiful metaphor. Picture one single face. And now imagine countless mirrors, all different shapes and sizes. That one face is reflected in every single one, becoming a whole universe of unique faces. We aren't disconnected beings. We're all just different reflections of that one original source. And that gives us two key ideas to play with. The macrocosm, that's the one supreme entity, the face. And then there's the microcosm, that's you and me, the individual reflections. You're a perfect reflection, just temporarily defined by the unique shape of your own personal mirror, your mind, your body, your experiences. And here's the most important takeaway from all of this. Because you are a direct reflection, you can never, ever be truly separate. Parama Purus is described as the silent witness to the play of your life, seeing everything, every action, every thought, even your silence. You are never, ever alone in this. But wait a minute. If we're never alone, why do we feel so alone so much of the time? Why is that feeling of being isolated, of being separate, such a huge part of being human? Well, the text has a very specific answer for that too. The answer is a really powerful force called Maya. You can think of it as a cosmic illusion. It's like a thick, dark curtain that drops down between us and the supreme consciousness, making us believe we're all on our own, completely cut off from our source. Now, Maya is said to work with a 1-2 punch. First, a force called Vikshepa Shakti pulls us. It's like a current that draws our attention away from our spiritual center and out towards all the shiny objects and desires of the world. Then, once we've drifted away, a second force called Avaramoni Shakti moves in. It's like a thick fog that rolls in, covering the path back and making us completely forget that the Supreme Witness is even there. And that's where the profound feeling of loneliness comes from. The text uses this powerful metaphor of a stage play. We get so wrapped up in the drama of our own lives, our careers, our identities, our conflicts, that we completely forget we're just actors playing a role. We start to believe that this stage is all there is, that it's our real home. So this leads us to the most important question in the entire script, right? If we're lost in this cosmic play, getting pushed and pulled by Maya, how in the world do we find our way back home? The answer that's given isn't some complex intellectual puzzle you have to solve. It's a direct, heartfelt path. It is the path of Bhakti, which we know as devotion. Now let's be clear. This isn't about blind faith. Bhakti is defined here as an active, very intentional practice. It's the conscious choice to pull your mental energy back from all those external distractions and then channel it in a steady, unbroken stream directly towards the Supreme. The process is actually pretty simple when you break it down into 3 steps. First, you consciously pull your attention away from the outside world. Second, You take all that focused energy and aim it toward that one supreme source. And third, that continuous, uninterrupted flow of your mind is devotion. That's the practice. And the text is absolutely certain about how effective this is. This quote basically declares that out of all the possible spiritual paths you could take to achieve liberation or moksha, the path of devotion is, hands down, the best. It's the most direct flight home. There's this great metaphor to show the difference between this path and just thinking about it. An intellectual might see the reflection of a delicious mango in a pond and spend all day analyzing its shape, color, and properties. But a devotee, they don't waste time on the reflection. They climb the tree and taste the mango for themselves. It's all about direct personal experience over theory. But this inner journey of devotion, it doesn't just stay cooped up inside of you. It completely changes how you see the world and how you act in it. A real spiritual practice has to show up in your life. This brings us to the twin goals of a spiritual life. The whole point isn't just to achieve your own personal salvation and then check out. No, it has to be perfectly balanced with a deep commitment to the welfare of the entire universe. The two are completely inseparable. When you really absorb that idea, that we're all reflections of one source, and our liberation is tied to everyone else's, it leads to a powerful social vision. It means all the divisions we create, nations, races, religions, they're all artificial. The only ism that truly holds up is universalism. So this philosophy then gives us a very clear roadmap for action. It calls on us to actively renounce all these divisive ideas like casteism, nationalism, and sexism. And instead, we're meant to embrace a universal family, a global fraternity and sorority, and to see serving any other being as serving the Supreme itself. So, where does all of this lead? This path of inner devotion and outer service, what's the final destination of this incredible journey? The world, with all its ups and downs, its cycles of joy and sorrow, is described as this huge, dangerous ocean. And our little individual efforts, well, they're just not enough to get us across. The only way to reach the other side is to take shelter in the one great ship that can make the journey, Parama Purusha. It's about merging our small, finite self into that infinite, blissful consciousness. And that brings us right back to where we began. The Supreme isn't some distant, far-off entity. He's the absolute nearest point to you, hidden right there in your own sense of I. He can hear your silent, mental language, the thoughts you don't even speak. So, the only question left is, what will you say?